All right, you can call me lazy, you can call me smart, but don't you dare call me late for dinner. So, lazy smart. Okay, so I could give you all these eloquent words about this blackened M81 Maduro to the core. I could generate all sorts of floweriness and researchishness and this and that, but I'm going to tell you, I just took a cruise to Europe. I was all over the dang place, and I got back and I need to put out some content, and so I don't want to do all that extra work. I want to let the work be done for me. And so I went to the internet and looked up Drew Estate about the M81 Blackened Maduro to the core, and they did all the work for me. Right now, why are we talking about the M81? Well, it's a great cigar. But number two, I just came from Europe. And number three, in Dortmund, Germany, which is one of the biggest cigar shows in the world, Drew Estate has released the M81 to the world now. And so I thought this would be a great time. Let's face it, I want to smoke a cigar. Be a great time to talk about this cigar. Let me toast her up real quick, and I will get to do some reading. Why? Because I'm not genuinely a reader. I'm genuinely a smoker, and so I would rather be smoking while I'm reading instead of reading and then smoking. So let me toast this up. I highly recommend that you don't scrimp on the time you take to toast your cigar. You really want to get it good and well toasted so that all that tobacco is ready to be consumed by you in smoke and flavor. Yes, I am looking forward to getting a hold of this. Now, this is Maduro to the core, right? Metallica. It's got all Maduro in it, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Drew Estate has already told me about it, so now I'm going to tell you about it as soon as I'm done toasting in 3, in 2, in 1, and I'm done. We've only just begun to smoke. Sorry, bad song. Well, not a bad song, bad singer. Me. That's fact. So, let me get at it. Oh, God, that's so good. Blackened Cigars M81 by Drew Estate. Blackened Cigars M81 by Drew Estate is a passion project that brings together 3 immensely talented and vastly experienced cigar enthusiasts. Jonathan Drew, founder and president of Drew Estate, James Hetfield, Metallica co-founder, singer and guitarist, and Rob Dietrich, the master distiller and blender of Blackened American whiskey. Good stuff. The collaboration began with Hetfield and Dietrich, who frequently enjoy cigars together. So, just a passion getting together. Like, hey, I really like cigars. I really like cigars too. Well, maybe we should get with somebody and have some cigars we really like. And they said, well, who we gonna call? Let's call Jonathan Drew. Let's call JD up and see what he got cooking. Oh, it's smoke. God. All right, so it really is a fun social thing for me, a fellowship to have a few buddies sit around with few sticks, Hetfield says. My buddy Rob Dietrich, Blackened's master distiller, and I frequently enjoy cigars together, and he introduced me to Jonathan from Drew Estate. The 3 of us connected and shared each other's vision and story about where we've been, what we like to see, what is important to us now. And we all came up with what a blackened M81 cigar would look and taste like. I love the Maduro leaf, and I'm super excited for everyone to try this. Let's take a pause for station identification and puffing of the cigar. The depth. You got Maduro. Maduro. First thought is a punch to the head. Then nicotine's going to kick you. Second thought is it's going to be gritty in between the finish. The area when you blow out the smoke and when you pull in the next smoke, that spot in between, it may have you reaching for something because it's just so strong for strong's sake that it just doesn't have a smooth quality to it. This does not have that. This has that smooth quality in between. Now, it does fill your crevices in your tongue. It does taste full. You're going to know that you smoked a cigar when you're done smoking the cigar. You're going to know you're smoking the cigar when you're halfway done. You're going to know you're going to smoke the cigar when you're this far. You know you're smoking a cigar. And that smoke, you can cut it with scissors, right? Let's go a little further. Having been friends for well over a decade, Dietrich and Drew always wanted to combine their talents to collaborate on something special. And this seemed to be the perfect opportunity. Samples from the Drew Estate portfolio were sent to Hetfield and Dietrich, who kept cigar journals to critique the cigars to identify what they liked and disliked about each one. After 2 years of enjoying and sampling cigars together, the group decided on the exact flavor profile that would become Blackened Cigars M81 by Drew Estate. I love that. You may have missed it. Some people, stars, influencers say, hey, I just want a cigar. I want my name on a cigar. So they contact somebody and say, hey, make me a cigar. And put my name on it. Spend more time on the band than you do on anything else. That's funny. Metallica band. I'm talking about cigar band, not music band, but that's funny. I didn't mean to do that, but that's funny. But they actually put their fingers in the pudding. They actually said, hey, I want it to taste like this, I want it to taste like that. And it wasn't a one and done. They didn't say, okay, here's 5 choices. Pick one and we're good. No, they did their homework. They kept their notes. They smoked lots of cigars, I would expect. They tried different things. They said, okay, this is good, but we need this. And this is good, but we need that. And so they went through a 2-year process to come up with something. This was not a rush vanity project. This was we want to bring something of quality that speaks about us to the people. Fantastic and phenomenal. So, almost done. This is a project that was purely born from passion for music, for fellowship, for life, and all the in-between moments within, say Dietrich. James, Jonathan, and I worked together to create what we feel like is the perfect cigar. The result is truly a monster of flavor. All Maduro designed with definitive depth for darker and bolder palates. Yes, it is for darker and bolder palates. I would not give this to a brand new rookie, but I don't think you have to be a 10-year veteran to smoke this. I don't think you have to have all super dark cigars in your humidor to enjoy this. I think this could be something that could tiptoe you into that world because it doesn't have that grittiness per se. A lot more of the leathers. There is spiciness, there is minerality, there is turned earth, but it really has that leather quality to the front with a little bit of raisins, a little bit of cedar, a little bit of oakiness, maybe some dark cocoa, espresso, cappuccino kind of thing. And by the way, the coffee in Europe is amazing and fast and cheap. They ain't got many cigars, but now they're going to have this, which if I go back to Europe, I'm going to look for it. That'd be kind of cool to have one. So, anyway, I digress. Blackened Cigars M81 by Drew Estate presents a journey through different Maduro leaves, Maduro to the core, starting with a thick and oily Maduro wrapper that's grown in the rich volcanic soil of Mexico's San Andres Valley. The blend includes a thick and meaty Connecticut River Valley broadleaf Maduro binder and a filler blend of Nicaraguan and Pennsylvania broadleaf Maduro tobaccos, including the boldest Pennsylvania broadleaf Ligero in Drew Estate's vast tobacco inventory. Huge inventory. Maduro to the core Blackened Cigars M81 by Drew Estate is dark, bold, rich, and powerful with alluring notes of espresso, leather, and dark chocolate. Hey, I said the same thing. Means I'm right, I guess. It is difficult, if you think about it. I want you to think about it. When you build a bonfire, right? You don't start with huge logs. You start with kindling and tinder and little pieces of paper or whatever, to get it started, and then you get the big logs burning. Why? Because the thinner wood, the thinner tinder, burns much easier. It's much easier to light, and it's much quicker consumed. When you have Maduro and thick, meaty, oily wrapper, binder, filler, you have a challenge. And the challenge is to make sure that it burns well, because you have such big, heavy players that you kind of have to dance in between the expressions of the tobacco with the flavors, with the aroma of the smoke, with the finish, and with the burn. It is difficult. Not that I can do it, but Willie Herrera is amazing. And in working with blends and his knowledge of the combustibility and the flavor profile and the smoke quality and the nicotine of the tobacco, he's able to come up with a blend that is to give you a signature flavor with an experience that you are excited that you spent your money on. And let's face it, we only have so much money. We can make more money, but we only have so much money, but we only have so much time. We can't make any more of that. So yes, I don't want to spend money on a cigar I don't like or that doesn't give me the qualities of the experience that I'm looking for. But more importantly, I can't get that time back. So I really want to make sure that grabbing a cigar is going to give me the experience that I want. Now, this may not be your experience, but Drew Estate prides themselves on their quality, on their diversity of flavors and expressions of sizes and vitolas, so that you can grab something knowing that the flavor may not be in your wheelhouse or it may just be the perfect spot for you, but you know that smoking it back, you're going to have a very, very, very high chance of getting something that you are going to be happy that you experienced in the smoking quality. Right? That's fantastic and phenomenal. And it is an agricultural man-made product. No matter how great your quality control is, something may slip through. But if you reach out to Drew Estate, they are very good to make sure that they replace that product for you because they want you to have that experience. Drew Estate is not a up-and-coming company. They've been around for a long time. And a large portion of that is because of their quality, because they stand behind their product, and because they have the subculture. They're here for you. And they have great partnerships. And Metallica, Blackened, is a great partnership. So, get you some, try you some. If you have, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. I would love to know. And if this is a little too heavy for you, they have the Shade to Black, which is the Metallica Blackened, but it is in a shade wrapper. So give that a try and let me know what you're thinking. Look at that ash. Is that not gorgeous? That's gorgeous. That's cakey right there. The stacking dimes right there. Man. Whew. That's good stuff. So that's it. I'm going to go. I'll see you later. I love you. I really, really do. Later, Tater.